Hello friends, today we are going to be practicing pattern making. So you can see right here that I've got one pattern already created on my paper, and I've also got a piece of tape right over here at the top. You're going to be using one color of paint today. After you are done making your pattern, you're going to put a piece of tape up at the top where there is no paint. And you're going to take your painting and you're going to tape it up so that it can dry. You don't need to write your name on any of these because these are just practice paintings or practice pattern making. So we will save these for another project, but right now we're practicing making patterns so that we can come up with a plan so that we know what pattern it is that we would like to do. Also, we're going to have these patterns surrounding us for inspiration. So I'm going to move this one to the side so that I could show you guys how to create your own pattern. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick a paper. Now you're going to be creating several patterns today. Every time that you get a new piece of paper, I want you to choose a new color. So everyone will be sharing some paint. You're going to get the paint in a little cup. Once the entire table is done, once you guys are done making all of your patterns, you can just throw your cup into the trash. So you want to make sure that you get a good little bit of paint onto your brush, but that it's not dripping all over the place. You can create whatever kind of pattern you want. For right now, I want for you guys to play with the way that the brush works. So kind of learn how the brush works. So right now I'm pushing down pretty hard. You could see that there's some brush strokes. Those are those little scratches that you could see right there. There's some brush strokes showing, and I think that those are beautiful. When I push down hard, I can see that I'm going to be making a thick line. If I push down soft, my line will be thinner. If you see the line is not completely solid, that's okay. That, just helps show that this is something that's handmade. It's not printed from a computer. If you want to go back and do more paint over top, you can. You don't have to. It depends on what you like. I personally like the scratchy look of it. I like that it looks handmade or hand painted, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Now I'm creating my first pattern by doing thick, thin, thick, thin. Also, what's really kind of nice about doing a thick, thin pattern is that I can kind of learn the way the brush works a little bit more because I'm doing different kinds of lines, different thicknesses, so it kind of helps me understand how much pressure I need to place onto my brush. So here I have created my very first pattern. Once you are done, you're just going to set your paintbrush down onto your newspaper. You never want to walk around to the classroom with a wet paintbrush. Then you're going to get a piece of tape. You're going to put the tape where there is no paint, and then you're going to hang it up so that it can dry. You're going to create several of these. You're going to create them until you don't have any more time. Again, please remember to try to use a different color paper every time that you go to get a new paper. So here is one other example of a pattern that I created. Here is another example. There's another one. Notice how I have picked a lot of different colors for the background. Also, picking different colors for your background helps you learn what the black paint looks like on the different colors. Here's another one. This one I made kind of like little hearts, and I was turning my paper so that I can better understand, or so that I can make more of a scattered pattern. Here's another one. closing it on. And what's kind of cool about this one is that my brush strokes are overlapping, which is pretty neat. So here I did the brush stroke on top, and here you can see that I did the brush stroke underneath. And so that's really pretty interesting, the different effects that you can get out of just, you know, which way you decide to layer the brush strokes. It's just a little polka dot. So you can do your patterns however you would like. You're going to continue making your patterns by painting a new pattern every single time and getting a new color as often as you can, so that you can do lots of variations of pattern and color. Have fun!